Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about Week 6's Sunday nominations episode of Big Brother 27. Last time on Big Brother, Ava's HOH came to a close with Keanu, Vince, and Zach on the block, and after Keanu won the blockbuster, Zach was sent out to a smack in the head from Julie. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to my playlist to catch up on my previous recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing. You can also use my link to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. Zach just left the house. Morgan is destroyed and mourning after choosing Vince over beloved Zach. Ava is happy that she got a big player out of the game during her HOH. The two votes to evict Vince were Rachel and Will. Will had promised Zach his vote because he gave Will the London trip in the previous veto. Morgan and Vince feel like a duo now that they lost their third Zach, and Rachel consoles Lauren, who just lost her no-mans. Mickey is annoyed that Keanu won another competition. She wants Keanu out. Mickey's also annoyed with Rachel for voting to keep Zach. She tells multiple players that she's trying to target Rachel, which makes Ashley feel uncomfortable. Will implies that Mickey's acting like the mafia, and he's not going to be her minion. Ava runs this back to Rachel, who's dressed like Elphaba at the Grammys in confessional, telling Rachel she needs to watch her back, which gives Rachel motivation in the upcoming HOH. Keanu tells us that he wants to work with Rachel, Vince, Riley, Catherine, and Kelly. He tries to tell Rachel that they need to play the middle between the groups, but she tells us Keanu has no idea what he's doing, and she knows they're not in the middle, they're on the bottom. Confused Keanu and eggy Vince get to end their punishments. Keanu is gonna miss his BB Vince says he'll see his egg costume in Shell. House guests are getting ready for their prom after party. These house guests must have gotten slizzy at the prom because this place is a mess. They get a call from the party slasher who sounds like Ghostface. They'll study details of 6 rooms, and the slasher will give them hints in each round for rooms that are safe. If they pick a room that isn't safe, they're slashed from the game. So they get started. This set looks like Nickelodeon's Finders Keepers. I wanted these players to destroy these rooms, looking for something so bad. Will is horrified that the prom guests were partying in the nursery. In the first round, Lauren, Catherine, Keanu, Vince, Ashley, and Riley are all eliminated. A bloodbath. Ava's happy to see Vince and Keanu come back losers. Mickey and Will are eliminated in round 2, and Kelly in round 3. It all comes down to Morgan and Rachel. Morgan, through this, is very dedicated to acting scared. Unfortunately, she's not a good actress, as she looks from side to side to side to side, as scared people do. After the final round, they both come back together, but Rachel announces that she won the HOH competition. Morgan and Vince already know their potential nominees for Rachel, and their worst nightmare is happening in real time. Mickey's worried too and shares that with Will, but Will and Ashley, while both concerned, do understand that Mickey got herself into some mess by saying she's targeting Rachel. Ashley's trying to cover up for Mickey, telling Rachel that Morgan is the main person coming for her, but Rachel will still consider Mickey. Vince asks Rachel not to backdoor him and to nominate him right away. She shades him, telling him he's not a big enough threat to be backdoored. They have an awkward interaction that goes nowhere. Rachel is trying to build up numbers since all of her allies are watching from home. She approaches Kelly to bring her in as a number. Mickey feels like Rachel's being weird with her. Rachel hints to Mickey that she knows that she was being targeted, and Mickey tries to give a convincing performance as someone who didn't just say she was targeting Rachel. They have a tense conversation which culminates in Mickey saying she doesn't think she was being manipulative or shady. These two meet again the next day. Mickey asks Rachel to be real with her, telling Rachel she loves her. Rachel says she feels betrayed, that getting rid of Jimmy was a knock on her game, and that Mickey's been icing her out ever since. Mickey tells Rachel that Kelly's been telling Mickey things that Rachel said, with flashbacks to prove that Kelly told Mickey that Rachel felt iced out. Rachel says she's gonna ask Kelly about it. Mickey's like, no, 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 don't tell Kelly I said anything, which again makes Rachel feel like Mickey is selfish. This was edited very generously for Mickey. This conversation was a lot worse on the live feeds, and it was very long. Rachel confronts Kelly, who knows her instigating ways got her into a sticky situation. Kelly apologizes, but still kind of denies telling Mickey that, which makes Rachel doubt her alliance with Kelly. So we head to the nomination ceremony. Will Rachel nominate Mickey or Kelly? We see Rachel debating which keys to put in the box, which I feel like we haven't really seen since we lost the key wheel. I didn't even think the keys in the box had names on them, since we never see them. In the end, Rachel nominates Vince, Morgan, and Mickey, bravely and smartly taking the shot at the people who are coming for her. Mickey says Rachel's manipulative just like she was 15 years ago, and it's her mission to make sure she doesn't make it to jury. The obsession with jury continues, and Rachel wasn't manipulative 15 years ago. This was a wild thing to say. That concludes the episode. I was so happy that Rachel won HOH. It came at the perfect time, as if she didn't, she could have gone home this week, and she definitely made the right nominations. But let me know in the comments, what do you think of this episode, Rachel winning HOH, and her nominations of Vince, Morgan, and Mickey, and who do you want to be evicted this week? If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back Wednesday to recap the POV episode. Until then, you know where to find me. Bye!